What do you say? What do you say? It's Mr. Gary.
Mr. Gary, it's Lieutenant Colonel Cox.
Wait a minute. I'm sorry. It's who now?
Hello?
Hello? Who is it again?
Lieutenant Colonel Cox, St. Louis County?
As in the St. Louis County Police Department?
Yes, sir.
Oh my God, y'all, what have we done? We got the St. Louis County Police Department up in here, coming all over here. I promise you, I didn't mean to park in the handicap zone. Colonel, what's going on? What's going on?
You know I ain't calling you for that. Yeah, how you doing, brother? I'm doing well.
Let me tell you something. I'm doing well because you are on the line. For those of the listeners who may be sleeping under a rock, for those listeners that may not understand, the St. Louis County Police Department got it going on and going on strong. Given this opportunity, I want you to introduce yourself to the people.
How you guys doing? It's Lieutenant Colonel Juan Cox with the St. Louis County Police Department. Calling in to the show to talk to Mr. Gary and a little bit of gratitude for the Dr. Martin Luther King event this past Monday. It was a great event. It was great to see the different generations, present, and it was a really good time on a very rainy day.
I tell you what I really loved about it is the community showed up, the community showed out. And you know, the news media, they call and they say, so Mr. Gary, if it rains, what we gonna do? I said, we gonna do the same thing Martin Luther King would do. When it rained, guess what? It didn't stop nothing. The march still happens, the celebration still happens because it's about awareness. I tell you, you showed up and you brought your people. Who did you bring with you?
Well, the chief was there. The chief was actually recognized for his service to the community for over 43 years. And I had three officers there, an officer from the Jennings precinct, Shanisha Davis, an officer from the 1st precinct, North County precinct, Wesley Bell, and not that Wesley Bell, but our Wesley Bell, and also Lauren Carter from the Central County precinct. So it was, we all had a good time, and it's always good to help and show support for the region, not just St. Louis County. Even though the event was in the city, we like to show up because we have a great relationship with the city police department also.
See, what a lot of people don't understand, and we want to send a shout out right now to everybody who's listening in Atlanta, in Philadelphia, in Chicago, in Huntsville, Alabama, in Kentucky. They're listening all over to us. St. Louis is made up of St. Louis, but then we've got St. Louis County, and we have all of these municipalities. And in St. Louis County, you all wrap them all together, and you all stand up and represent the people, man. And that's what we love. That's what we love. But not only did you all show up, y'all had them police cars, and what was so good about it, people were seeing the police cars, and there wasn't nobody in the back seat. Where they do that at?
No, it was a lot of love shown, and I'm pretty sure it was due to the occasion, and Dr. Martin Luther King, we all know what he stood for, and I have no doubt I'm probably in the position I am with the police department.
Yes, sir.
Because of the efforts he made, and along with many others, but he was I believe, the catalyst.
Yes.
For really getting some rights, basic rights.
Yes, sir.
It was very hard to achieve that, and we all, tend to feel a certain way during that particular day. And just showing a lot of love and brotherhood, and also, brothers, and I mean this, I appreciate your leadership and putting that thing together, because I saw you running around.
Yeah.
The hair was on fire.
Yes, sir.
There was a lot of stuff going on, and you had to pivot a lot, but all in all, it was a really good day.
To whom much is given, much is required. And I want to let you all understand this. When I hear and I talk to police officers and I see them all over and they're blowing their horns and they're saying, good job, we appreciate what you do for the community. The police officers are your friends. They are your family members. And you all, I just get so sick and tired when people say, I don't like the police or the police. But let me tell you this. If ever you go out on the parking lot and your car is stolen, you're going to call 911. If you get to the house where you live at and your door's open and you didn't leave it open, you're going to call 911. If your pastor all of a sudden tell you that the money missing at the church, because the church secretary been back there putting something in their pocket, you can call 911. The police are your friend. It's your brothers, your sisters, it's your cousins, your dads, it's your neighbors. How important is it for everybody to know that?
actually is very important. If you talk to a lot of people, especially African American officers, you know, we all grew up, I grew up in East St. Louis, Illinois. We all grew up, you know, a lot of us in some areas that's pretty rough. And we chose this profession because we wanted to give back to the community. It's just the job itself is so polarizing these days because, you know, with the emergence of social media and 24-hour news cycles, when police go out and they do wrong, they make mistakes or they blatantly do things wrong, then it's magnified, you know, times 100, and it impacts the entire profession. However, think of this is one way I look at it, Mr. Gary. Think of the hundreds of thousands of interactions law enforcement have with the community each and every year, and you have such a few number of incidences that rise to the level of, you know, now we have to march, we have to mobilize, we have to riot. That's rare. These incidents, like, you know, I'm actually in charge of the Division of Patrol for St. Louis County. So we had so many incidents, whether it's a sick case or a shooting or a stolen auto or whatever, and you never hear about it because 9.9 times out of 10, that interaction was a positive interaction.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, this is the show that's all about positive interaction. I want to welcome you all to the Mr. Gary Show on the radio. Welcome to the buffet of life. This is where we bring it to you straight. We give it to you right. We've got our maitre d' on the line with us today. He is here at the restaurant. He's seeing to it that everything is right, just like the police do for us and for you. And you said something that was really, really important. I want everyone who's listening in North Side, East Side, West Side, shout out to University City, my people right now. You got to understand this. You may say that it's some bad police officers. You may say some bad EMS officers, EMT. It may be some bad teachers. It may be some bad preachers. I want you to take a look, to get your mirror out and get your family album out. And you got some bad people in your family too. So don't try to act all brand new with me, because I know your people, baby. I know your people. You got to accept the people, and you got to say, guess what? We're going to do better, but guess what? We're not trying to act like we all that, because all you got to do is peel the layers back. Some of y'all have been down to the police department right now with bail money. Some of y'all can't make bail. They in jail without the bail. He said, Mama, I ain't going to ever go. Well, that's a whole different show. But we're going to get to that one at another time. But this time, man, we want to thank you for coming on the show. Thank you for being our maitre d' today. We are serving them up right today. Listen, somebody told me that they are hiring at the police department for a whole bunch of stuff and positions. What can you tell us about that?
Absolutely, Mr. Gary. Just go to St. Louis County Police website, and we are hiring. We're hiring police officers. We're hiring police cadets. That's for the the young 18 and older. We are also hiring security officers and a host of other, we call it professional staff, non-commissioned positions where you don't have to be a police. You can be a record clerk. You can be, we have a ton of jobs on that website. So just go in there and take a look at it. If you're looking for a job, we are definitely hiring.
Pookie and Ray, I'm talking to you. As long as you don't got no record. Now listen, don't y'all call up there and you just got out of jail talking about, yeah, they hiring. They like, well, guess what? You need to wait a little bit and get off probation before they hire you. But what I want you to do is go onto the website. They have 911 position operators available. They've got positions that if you just graduated from high school, because what is the age that you all start looking at candidates to hire?
18.
18.
For the cadet program, and it's a good way to start with the police department because now you're hired. And just say one of the big things that a lot of people have been doing that want to be police officers, but they may not have the work history, experience, or the education, is they will come on as a security officer, security services that guards the courts and, the headquarters building. And then if you are in good standing, you successfully complete your 1-year probationary period, then you'll be eligible to attend the police academy and become a police officer. And if I was a young person out there, or any person out there that was looking at maybe working as a police officer with St. Louis County, that is a good place to start to get your foot in the door right away.
Listen, does it pay minimum wage? Because you know your people. Your people want to make sure they can come make some good money. Y'all not paying $10 an hour, y'all.
No, I'm sure it's above, significantly above minimum wage.
Yes, sir.
And if you need that information, just log on St. Louis County Police. You can talk to somebody from personnel services, and they can give you a lot more in-depth information than I can at this point.
Well, I tell you what, you have provided great information. Again, congratulations to the police chief for receiving the honor of the MLK Dreamer Award. You all showed up and you showed out. We thank you for being here today. But guess what? We want everybody to come be with us and join us because it's a basketball game going down in the town. Tell them about it.
That's right. We got Ballin' in the Loop. I guess what are we calling it, Mr. Gary? Is it Ballin' in the Loop Part 2?
It's Ballin' in the Loop Part 2 just for you. How about that?
I like that. And last year, my buddy Major Dave down in St. Louis City, he out-coached me, and they were victorious. But I think we may have some for them this year out of St. Louis.
Well, I hope y'all got something for them this year, because last year y'all didn't have nothing for them, and they cleaned the court with y'all last year. I'm just telling you what your people want to hear, what they need to know. Y'all came out there and was playing like y'all was some county boys. Oh, shots fired! I said it! You know they say them county boys can't mess with them city boys, and they took it to y'all. Oh my God.
I do believe we lost by what, 6 or 8?
Sir, in the words of Nelly, officer, in the words of Nelly, Nelly says, what does it take to be number 1? 2 is not a winner, and 3, nobody remembers, okay? All right, listen. You all, give them the date and where they need to show up at Jennings High School. What's the date?
That's right, March 4th. March 4th at Jennings High School. I think we will be meeting next week to iron out all of the particulars. And,
yes, sir.
I believe it's at noon, Mr. Gary, but I'm not positive on that time. But we will start flooding the airways with the information for Ballin' in the Loop Part 2.
Well, I tell you what, you have made the official announcement today, and we appreciate you doing it. But listen, I want to make sure that I send a shout out, because I understand you all have bought in this meeting planner extraordinaire who knows how to get it done, put it together. Who might that be, just so I'll know?
I think it's some guy named Gary. Gary Hoy, I believe. The guy pulled it all together last year, and I'm not going to lie, I had a little bit of a doubt. But I got there and I saw everything, and I go, man, Gary knows what he's doing.
Well, first of all, officer, it's Mr. Gary, and heavy on the mister, okay? Hey, you all. This is how we do it. We're here. It's Streets 105.1. We are live. We are on the air. We're with St. Louis County. They representing up in here. Go on to the website of St. Louis County Police Department. You may need a job. You may need more information. You might just want to check on your people and see what they're doing. It's the Mr. Gary Show on the radio. I got your people. Have a great week, sir.
You do the same, Mr. Gary. I appreciate you.